Hello, welcome to Sportsbet TV. This is Paul Alster here with you for the final time this week, looking ahead to the final day of Royal Ascot 2024, where the sun has been shining, the horses have been looking great, the people have been looking smart in their finery, but unfortunately for us, things haven't gone well. I've made a name for myself and been very proud to be able to do well at most festivals, but this festival so far has been very, very hard work. And it was more of the same on Friday, where our selections really didn't run as well as anticipated. But hope springs eternal, and as I always say, it is about the long game and the figures that you'll find in the description box just below this screen. Tell you everything you need to know about the profit and loss of this profitable service here at Sportsbet. So if you're discovering me for the first time, please press the subscribe key. And if you want to get more tips than the one that I have for you on Saturday, which is going to be in the big handicap, the Wokingham, then do join me at Out in Front, where I have 4 selections for the final day of Royal Ascot. Well, let's go straight to it. And the 505 at Royal Ascot is the big cavalry charge of the week, or another one. It is the Wokingham handicap over 6 furlongs. And there are 27 runners, and a race that poses a real challenge. And they've been betting 9-1 the field earlier in the week, although there is a horse that has been quite well backed now, down to 7-1 favourite. I'll come to that in a minute. But quite a number of last year's runners in this race are back for more, including last year's hero, St. Lawrence, for Archie Watson, a horse who very nearly went on to follow up his win in the Wokingham 12 months ago with a Group 1 win in France. He ran a cracker there, very narrowly beaten. He's only £3 higher this time around than his win 12 months ago, but St. Lawrence hasn't really sparked into top gear so far this campaign. However, the return to this venue and the quick ground might just give him every chance of going well once again. Now, last year, the runner-up was Apollo 1 for Peter Charalambos, a horse that I tipped at the Epsom meeting, where he ran into a place for, as he almost always seems to run a cracker every time he sets foot on a racecourse, Apollo 1. He ran so well again at Epsom, but once again, it just looked as if the handicapper had finally got him. And I'll be surprised if he's able to get his head in front, although I'll be more than happy if he does, but I'm not going to be recommending him this time. Now, last year, Mum's Tipple finished 4th. The favourite was Orazio, who eventually finished 6th, and he's back. And Albashir finished 11th. And Albashir, for Archie Watson once again, won last season's Constantine handicap at Yorkshire ball fixture on fast ground, and he was one of the early market leaders. He's now second favourite at around 8-1, with the fast ground coming in Al Bashir's favour. Now, originally a joint favourite for this race, Alban de Mieur's Dark Trooper is now favourite at 7-1 for his Qatar-based trainer. He was trained last season, was Dark Trooper, by Ed Walker, who had him in terrific form to land a 4-timer, and that included 2 wins over the course and distance, one of which came on fast ground. So you can see why punters have been latching onto him. On top of that, he also won last time out for his current handler in a conditions event at St. Cloud. So he has to be respected, does Dark Trooper, for the rising power in European racing, Wathnan Racing, which represents some of the members of the royal family of the very ambitious state of Qatar. Now, Harry 3 for Clive Cox is a horse who showed bags of ability a couple of seasons ago, where he won 2 good 6 furlong handicaps and a Deauville listed race before running the mighty Highfield Princess to 4 lengths in the Group 1 Prix Maurice de Geest. He ended the 2022 season finishing 6th in the Group 1 Haydock Sprint Cup on fast ground with a rating of 110, but he was off a very long time, obviously had an issue, but came back to run a promising race on his return from a long absence, and he could be a danger to all. Now, I'm going to be backing 2 in the race, one of which I've recommended over at Out in Front. And the one that I'm interested in here for you is the bigger priced of the 2. And this is a horse trained in Ireland by Sheila Lavery and the mount of Robbie Colgan. And take a look at Sheila Lavery and tell me if you don't agree with me that she does have a bit of a look of the late Margaret Thatcher. Anyway, I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. Anyway, Sheila Lavery does really well with her string, and this Tor Vega went into the notebook following an eye-catching run on his seasonal return in the well-contested Habitat Premier Handicap at the Curragh 4 weeks ago. He was held up at the rear of the field and then made very, very stylish headway from 2 furlongs out, his jockey not even reaching for the whip, and finished strongly without the whip being used under a hand ride to be beaten less than a length in third. That was a very, very strong trial for the race, I would say. Now, his stall 20 draw looks fine. It seems that they were coming more or less up the middle on Friday, so 20 is okay. And he will have improved surely for that first run of the season. And having faced a number of stiff tasks last term, including in group company, I won't be at all surprised to see Tor Vega go very, very well on this third start in a handicap. Now, he was 50 to 1, but that's been laid. It has gone. And Tor Vega is now 33 to 1 each way at the time of this recording for 6 places with both Bet365 and with Coral. And I think he's going to run really well, and I'll be backing him along with the other selection I have in the race, which you can find if you want to join us over at Out in Front. But that's it for this week at Royal Ascot. Win, lose, or draw, it's always wonderful to watch the races at Royal Ascot. It would be even more wonderful if Tor Vega runs a good race for us. But I'll be back same time next week, and I'm looking forward to your company. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye for now.